for a typical corporate person, I think what's important is to ensure that one has a balanced diet that includes all the essential macronutrients, which are your healthy fats, healthy carbohydrates, protein, especially plant protein, and obviously, for good brain function, and to ensure that one functions at that high level of functionality within the environment. One would have to ensure that they include omega-3, which comes from your oily fish and other seeds, and a number of other plant-based products that would, improve brain function, alleviate fatigue, alleviate inflammation. You see, in the world of work now, based on my experience, there's been such an amazing upward trend in non-communicable diseases, especially high blood pressure and hyperlipidemia, which is essentially a high levels of fat in the body. This particularly exposes people to even more serious conditions such as stroke and other heart diseases. And we're beginning to see an upward trend in this. And I particularly believe this is exaggerated by, unhealthy lifestyles, high pressure, not being mindful of caring for self first. People skip meals, all in at the expense of their well-being. And so, the typical corporate person would have one meal a day, and this puts them at risk for, nutritional deficiencies, which then would translate or manifest into chronic illnesses, and affect general productivity. So, I would really start by saying, having a balanced diet that has all the essential nutrients, your macronutrients as mentioned, your micronutrients, which are your vitamins and minerals. This you would find in a varied diet that includes, your good carbs, which are high in fiber, your good protein, especially fish, and plant-based proteins, chicken and beef as well, but limiting or restricting red meat, and obviously a good variety of fruits and vegetables. All of this ensures that you meet the daily demands of work. Nutrition can never be undermined by any means as a support for a healthy working individual. What is mostly prevalent in our country is people don't see the importance of having a healthy breakfast. It's very common in Botswana. People start eating mid-morning and they're eating all the wrong things. Things that are high in fat, things that are loaded in empty calories, that don't nourish the body or help meet the demands of a working individual. So these are some of the challenges. In Botswana, we don't prioritize, which is what I've seen. We don't prioritize healthy eating as much as we should. And so I think a lot of conditions that we see in clinic are really based on unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy food choices. Essentially that's what I see. It's just more prevalent in Botswana. As small as the population is, we really shouldn't be experiencing some of the health issues that we do if we were more mindful about nutrition. Nutrition plays a very critical role in functionality, including brain function. Your mood, for instance, is influenced by your lifestyle, largely what you eat. So it could have an influence in that manner, that maybe we are not functionally in the right place because of certain deficiencies in our diet, especially omega-3 that comes from fish and seeds and things like that, which are really not a big part of a typical Motswana diet. And omega-3 has amazing benefits with regards to brain function and as a mood stabilizer as well. So maybe it could have an effect, but that requires for us to carry out studies and determine that.